hood, falling out the hood, falling getting money like a real one should. I'ma take a sip, get a little lit back in a bit, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on 10.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
All preseason long, I felt pretty good about this team. I'm not gonna lie. And again, I know it's preseason, so don't be like, oh, he's overreacting. But tonight fucking sucked. If you're a real Jets fan, then you're feeling pain right now, because there's no way you couldn't. It doesn't matter that they lost this game 3-0. I don't really give a shit about the game, because the game was over the moment Ville Heniola went down. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It felt like the entire team folded up and died the moment after that had happened. Like, the pace, everything. And I know the Jets had a good amount of shots. Like, like, it wasn't terrible. They weren't playing terrible for the first period. You know, like, I know it was 1-0 in the first period, but it wasn't bad. It got so much progressively worse after that hit. And then for the rest of the game, it just felt lifeless out there. It felt like the Jets couldn't do anything to take control of the situation. It just felt like no matter what happened tonight after that hit that the Jets tried to do to get some offense going, they just couldn't get anything done. And it just, again, this game doesn't matter. It's preseason. I know this was the first time our kind of full lineup was assembled going into the regular season, you'd imagine, and then they play like this, but that hit, it killed me, and I feel like it killed this team too, and it killed the fan base in one fell swoop. And it sucks. Like, Ville Heniola was having the camp of his life. Everybody was on board with it. Like, this man had just played. I know that Nate Schmidt's injured, and he's just coming off the injury now. But still, this man potentially outplayed a $6 million veteran NHLer out of his spot because that's how good of a camp he had. Coaching staff couldn't even come out and say it because they were like, damn, what do? We have too many defensemen. All the fans knew this was going to be a problem, but management just conveniently forgot that you had guys like Sandberg, Heniola, and Chisholm all really pushing for more opportunity going into this season. And you've seen it from Declan Chisholm. He looks like he could be getting some looks potentially this season and is a top guy. And I've liked him more than Logan Stanley. And just this whole season, you've seen the defense just with the youth, just this movement that we've been talking about as fans for a while since these players have been drafted. It's finally started to come together back there, and then this happens. Like, it just sucks. Like, I don't want to focus this whole video on Ville Heniola because, you know, I don't think Connor Hellebuck played very good tonight either, and I don't get me started on Neil Pionk, but, like, my God, like, I'm gonna keep this one short because Ville Heniola was the number one conversation piece going into this game and this entire training camp, because he earned that reputation. He earned the respect that everyone was giving him, and the coaching staff has seen him. The coaching staff acknowledged game acknowledged that game, okay? Like, it just sucks that this happened. I don't even know how to formulate my thoughts after it. I've been thinking because I had the game on after that, and I'm watching it, and by the time the third period, I was checked out, I'm not going to lie, and I've been thinking in my head, how am I going to do the video for tonight? Because I don't know how I feel right now, and I always give my genuine reaction as a Jets fan. That's the whole reason why I started this, because I just don't care. This is me as a fan, you know, love it or hate it, this is how I feel about the team that I root for, and at the end of the day, I just don't know right now. Like, this whole preseason, I didn't really care about losses. I didn't care about the little things because it felt like this team was moving in the right direction. And now, Ville Heniola getting injured, we don't know. I know I could be overreacting right now, but if he's out 4 to 6 weeks, Schmidt comes back in. Schmidt plays, you know, half decent, better than what he was at the end of last year. The whole conversation gets brought up, oh, what do you do now? Who do you take out? While we already knew the answer in training camp, that you take Schmidt out or you make a hard decision and you trade someone and then you put in Ville Heniola. Now, unless they just, I don't know. Unless what they do is they keep Declan Chisholm on the team, they use Logan Stanley for now, and then maybe Ville isn't out that long, and in the meantime, they try to figure out a way to shop or, you know, move the Schmidt contract. You know, a few years ago, we saw Matthew Perreault get sent down on waivers because they knew with the contract that no one was going to take him. And I feel like with Nate Schmidt right now, we can kind of see that happening. No one in the league is taking Nate Schmidt at $6 million. No one. And I like Nate Schmidt a lot. I've got his autographed puck right there. He's one of my favorite players on this team, just for personality and energy. I've always liked Nate Schmidt, even going back to when he was on the Capitals. I've always liked him as a person and as a hockey player, but at the end of the day, I want my team to win, and this whole thing comes back to Ville Heniola, man. I really thought like that could be the lifeline in the defense. You know, Cole Perfetti getting some opportunity, Velarde getting some opportunity, you know, Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor without Blake Wheeler there now. You know, that's a new era for them. Like, so many storylines to follow going into this season, and I really thought Ville Heniola could be the underrated, you know, spark that this team really needed to rally behind to win some games and have that energy to start the year, because this team, even though, you know, they've lost some good players, even though they've got really good depth now, like, it just sucks. This whole I haven't even talked about this game because it sucks right now. Being a Jets fan just sucks. It's pain. Welcome to Peg City Hockey. I can't. Tonight's game, just like, what do I even need to talk about tonight's game? It was 3-0. You know, look at the scoreboard, guys. That's as good as this game just sucked. Nothing. 33 shots on goal to the Jets, 21 shots on goal, 7 fucking power plays. Now, the penalty kill, I will say, was pretty good today. They were 6 for 7. But, you know, Ottawa did get 1. But with 7 opportunities, I'd expect them to get at least 1. And then the Jets' power play was pretty poop, 0 over 5. This whole game just got out of hand and was boring at times. So many hack and slash penalties, just boring hockey. Lazy hockey. It didn't seem like this team was ready. I feel like they definitely should have put together a bit more closer to the finish line version of this roster, I would say, going into the last preseason game. You know, throwing everyone together at once after having all these depth guys. I know they've had injuries as well, but still, I don't know. I'm not like, oh, I'm dreading the season now. That just sucks. I was so much looking forward to Ville Heniola being on this team, finally getting that look, finally getting some life back there in the defense, some more scoring with Josh Morrissey after last year. You know, just the defense really had me excited with Ville Heniola going into the season, and same with Sandberg, hoping to see him improve. And now I don't know, because now it's like, what do? Does Ville, you know, if this injury isn't even that major, say he's out 4 weeks, or even 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how things come back, does he get that spot automatically? You know, like, or does he just get a stint with the Moose again, and is he stuck back there waiting for an injury, and then whatever happens? Like, it just sucks, because he had that spot. It was 99.9% he was going to have that spot going into the season, and that if he had played well in those first couple games, forced management to make those decisions. And, you know, he goes down, this team loses 3-0. I think it says a lot about the presence he's had lately. 5 out of 6 games he's played for preseason this year. I believe that's some of the most out of anyone on the team. And he's earned, and for good reason. He's been fantastic in all of them. And just, I hope to God that he's okay. Obviously, I don't have the injury news yet, but still. I'm going to leave it here. Jets lose 3-0. Ville Henola's out. That's the main storyline for tonight. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below, as always, about how you're feeling. Because it sucks right now. So, peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all things Winnipeg Jets hockey. And I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon. We got a lot to talk about before puck drop for Game 1. God damn it!
It'll all be over.